We are going to review Breaking Free. Now, this is a weird comic book because this is actually like a public service announcement comic. All right? If you don't know what that is, like back in the day, uh, organizations would pay comic book companies to put out a comic book to be on message, on point about something. Like I got a Spider-Man book about, let's say I got one that's like, don't smoke. I got another one that's like, don't let 30-year-old perverts get you alone in a room and have you watch or read pornography with them and touch you. Like, sometimes they were very specific. And this one, Breaking Free, is like a romance comic from American Cancer Society. So thank you, American Cancer Society, 114 Church Street, New Lenox, Illinois. I have your comic book, and I know probably nobody there now worked there back then, but it was kind of a fun comic book. Like, I'm not lying. I actually kind of had fun. We start out with our homeboy here breaking up with his girlfriend, okay? Is that your final answer, Bruce? Diane, we've been through this a million times. I'm not going to quit. Now get off my case. Okay. I'll get off your case and out of your life. Goodbye, Bruce. Hey, wait. We can't break up over something like this. Oh, yes, I can. I've got my reasons. Mm-hmm. Here's your art team. A lot of people pitching in, including students of the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon Art. So that's pretty fun. Maybe they're all students. I don't know. I don't recognize their names, but that's okay. You don't have to. Over here, we got like a bunch of little supplementary material of Bruce having a great little date over here. Like, him and Diane, they're getting along. There's Diane and her best friend, a little bestie. Bruce is a car head, and they break up. Why did they break up? Because he's smoking. This whole book is very anti that. Like, they get kicked out of the movie theater, or at least Bruce does, because he wants to smoke. I need a cigarette. His friends are all supportive of him. Um, Diane's best friend here, she smokes, and Diane gets a date with a guy. Bruce sabotages the guy's car. Then these two, Bruce and Diane's best friend, they hook up. Uh huh. It's a tale as old as time. You know, girl breaks up with boy. Girl goes on a date with some guy. Boy sees girl on date, wants to get back at girl, dates girl's best friend. It's a tale as old as time, man. There's like 700 movies made in the 80s with this exact plot line, just without the smoking bit. The smoking bit comes in because her dad's got lung cancer from smoking. I'm tired, sweetie. I'm going up to bed. The good news is, while Diane has been seeing her best friend and Bruce dating each other, because they've been hanging out all the time, the truth of the matter is that she's wrong. They weren't actually dating each other. They're accountability buddies. This is before we had the phrase of accountability buddy. And so she, Diane, could get back with Bruce because Bruce quit smoking. So we're just going to go ahead and spoil the whole story because, come on, you aren't going to read this book anyway. But I did. I got to tell you, I actually kind of like this book. The story has just got enough meat on its bones. It's just compelling enough to have kept me reading it. And the art in different places, I mean, this car is just lovingly rendered. The art in this book, hold on, hold on. The art in this book, this throwaway free comic, is actually in places like better than the art you get in some modern comics. I don't know where my issue of Black Cloak #6 went to. I would have dug that out and used that as an example too. Because there's places in there where it's absolutely brilliant and places where it's kind of phoned, it feels kind of phoned in. Same thing with House of Slaughter. There's places where that book looks brilliant and places where it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, that's somebody's face sketched in the dark. Here, everything is drawn kind of in a style that would fit right in. This would not look out of place in a Sunday morning comic strip in a major newspaper in the 80s. And you're thinking to yourself, well, newspapers don't have comic strips in them or whatever. Look, man, back in the 80s, having a comic strip in a newspaper, or even in any decade prior to that, from like the 30s onward, was a big deal. Your strip was read by millions. The syndicates, the people who controlled those comic strips, made buku bucks. So it's got decent art. It's got an okay story. It was kind of fun, and the best part is the price was free. Now, if I had gotten this when I was like 14 or something, I probably would have just rolled my eyes at it really hard because it's like, oh yeah, a book trying to tell me not to smoke or whatever. But today, like, I can just sit back and enjoy this because I don't smoke. So whatever. That's it. That's breaking free, man. You've gotten the whole book spoiled for you. A whole free comic book from the 80s that you will never read or probably ever see outside of this video. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. Take care of yourselves and bye bye.